FSCDR held its 12th annual Sickle Cell Disease Research and Educational Symposium. The organization ventured out of Florida for the first time to deliver their message in the nation's capital, Washington, D.C.
But this year we wanted to bring it to our nation's capital to highlight our new initiative, which is a legislative committee.
The first thing that I can tell you getting started is within your own organizations, you have to designate a person or a committee to talk about legislative affairs. All politics is local.
Not only you have the government, but you have many other organizations who have their headquarters based in D.C. All about networking and all about building those connections. And I think here Dr. Bronte and the organization has moved forward with creating a networking opportunity that will only benefit patients with sickle cell disease in the long run.
The symposium set the tone on day one by giving the patients a voice.
Let us be here to listen, to learn, to give.
I was considered a drug seeker as well because I didn't look like a sick person.
The patients got to share their stories, their voices got heard, the doctors listened to them, we had some questions and answers, and overall it was just really amazing.
Hope fills the air as the presence of pharmaceutical companies nearly doubled from last year.
We have 23 pharmaceutical companies on record. That is unbelievable for sickle cell disease. What does this mean for the field? It means that we have a lot of interest in drug development, a lot of interest in new therapies for sickle cell disease. So this is a very, very exciting time for sickle cell.
And this year is going to make a tremendous difference in the life of sickle cell because of the significant advancement.
So the ultimate hope and goal for Alinsagwad is to be a chronic treatment for sickle cell disease.
And we're excited that we expect many more new drugs to become available. A lot of clinical trials are being completed. So Indari is here, it's available. Individuals are starting to use it, and it sounds like it's going to be a positive and effective drug.
This symposium is important because it's finding out different ways that sickle cell anemia can be combated finally by the medical world.
Many major announcements were made at the 2018 symposium.
The American Society of Hematology is becoming more and more engaged in trying to develop programs for sickle cell disease in Africa, where of course the majority of patients live.
Ex vivo gene therapy with the patient's own hematopoietic stem cells. You take them out of the body, you modify them, you put them back, has the potential to alleviate both donor shortage and GVHD because there's no immune reaction.
Dr. Francis Collins, the head of the NIH, has poured millions of dollars into finding a cure for sickle cell disease.
The Foundation for Sickle Cell Disease and Research Educational Symposium has become the war room to help lead the fight against the illness.
This type of event every year brings us closer and closer not only to a cure, but to really understand what the patients need, the deficiencies we have in access to care, and how we need to rally with federal agencies, with academic centers, pharmaceutical companies, community organizations to really ensure that we provide all the services for sickle cell disease care and clinical research.